mentally divergent woke woman, because obviously it needs to be a mentally not fully dead woman, decides to defend DEI and wokeness in gaming, and it does not go well, obviously.
This woman writes, "The discourse is BS. Shut the heck up." A thread. And indeed, she's made a 7-part thread here that's now collected over 500,000 views in the initial tweet, and it's now going kind of viral in gaming circles. And in her thread, she comes off extremely angry, very unhappy with gamers for having the audacity.
She's probably extremely unhappy and unpleasant and unloved in real life. Because that's the only reason how you end up in a situation like that as a woman. When you're just that unlikable. Sad. Very, truly sad.
To criticize corrupt corporations in the gaming industry. She seems to really want to defend those corpos. She also attempts to defend DI consultation companies, and spoiler alert, her claims are very easily disproven, so she's taken an extremely unwise position here. We'll get to all that stuff, it should be a fun one. First, a little bit more context on who this even is. With 22,000 followers, she's on Twitch and YouTube, and in her bio says she's UX R&D and game and media production by day, a lore keeper by night, providing...
Oh god, I hate these cringe. I absolutely hate. I can't express it enough how much I dislike these cringe Twitter profiles. Oh, I'm a game dev by night, Twitch streamer by day. Yeah. No one cares. Keep being special, but in another dimension, far away from me and my family.
Additional information in her pinned tweet, she says, "Hey new folks, I'm Ray. I work in the gaming industry, in UX R&D plus game production. I worked on various software."
A person like this working in research and development is insane, by the way. That is scary.
And hardware for Xbox. I now work as an independent media producer and had the privilege of working on the Dota Internationals 2023 and other
Dota Internationals 2023. Wow.
Other gaming media projects. Okay.
Was that why what was that? Is that why the Internationals 2023 was not that great?
Okay, with that context, let's return to her angry thread and see what all she has to say. She begins with part 1 saying, "DEI consultation companies don't bully studios into changing creative direction. They act as resources to help creatives portray a lived experience. The Northman is an example of this."
Yeah. Only everyone knows what he's gonna show, right? Oh, he's not. Yep, there it is. There it is. Everyone knows what this is.
Okay, so first of all, usually when people are talking about DI consultation companies, they're often talking about that in reference to video games, which in her next thread, she also talks about video games. So it's odd that her example of DI consultation companies not bullying studios is a movie. But whatever. Okay, just kind of funny. Allow me to address the main point.
Also, this movie that I don't know what it is, most likely, just from the looks of it, did not actually have a DEI consultant. They had a historian. And historians are not DEI consultants. She's just bad faith labeling, most likely someone who was a consultant for a DEI, person, which is just completely wrong and a blatant lie, obviously.
Consultation companies not bullying studios is a movie. But whatever. Okay, just kind of funny. Allow me to address the main point, which is her claim that DEI consultation companies don't bully studios into changing creative direction. Yeah, so Ray is absolutely incorrect here. There is on-air evidence of, for example, Kim Belair of Sweet Baby Inc. advocating for creatives to essentially extort, to threaten others at their workplace into putting part of the budget towards consultation firms.
If you're a creative working in AAA, which I did for many, many years, put this stuff up to your higher-ups, and if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want.
She has essentially made the same...
It's so stupid, by the way. Because people listen to my... I'm not going to go on my 257 billion rant about how marketing is useless garbage and those people should not be allowed to exist in this universe. Because most marketing people, and again, this is from personal experience, literally don't know what 2 + 2 is. Marketing people are brain damage.
speech
And there is nothing you can do to prove me wrong. There is nothing you can do to convince me otherwise. I have worked with many marketing people. All of them are, knock on wood, dumb.
multiple times. I'll play another example of this. In this one, she also does this thing where she's like, haha, it's just a joke though, but not really. Seriously, you should do this.
Have a coffee with marketing so that you can absolutely terrify them by telling them, here's what's going to happen if you don't do this. And I say that sometimes like as a joke. I say talk to marketing and scare them, but consider honestly the possibility that like those people have to sit and deal with everyone who's going to come at them if this is a mistake. They have a vested interest in reducing harm and of keeping the sentiment around your project positive. And there's a genuine value of inclusion there that's not just ethical, it's monetary. And that makes it for a lot of people.
Inclusion is never about ethics. If ethics was about inclusion, then no one would be talking about inclusion.
In marketing.
It's a catch-22.
Like I was once. A genuine, valid discussion to have very, very early. And sometimes that's actually where you can find your consulting budget.
It's pretty gross how these people openly gaslight others, whether it's other people in general or their coworkers, trying to say that it's harmful and unethical to not use consultation firms. Isn't that convenient? Hey, if you don't use our company, if you don't pay us, you're unethical and harmful. Her claims that there's a monetary benefit are also highly questionable, and that's me putting it lightly. There's been so many examples of DEI related games lately.
Dustborn. Good times.
For example, Concord, Dustborn, SSK.
Oh, Suicide Squad, good times. Still good times. We recently talked about Season 3, where you're getting empowered Deadshot's female daughter that has zero dialogue with her dad because of reasons.
The JL, Tales of Kinzera Zhao, that have been absolute financial disasters. Back to Ray's thread, there's part 2 where she says, games are not falling apart due to some conspiracy. They're falling apart due to insanely high interest rates and poor investment decisions. We're also in a recession.
Yeah, this is completely wrong. I mean, honestly, listen, Hirohei, you don't even need to provide proof on this one. Everyone just knows that this is bull.
So what exactly is she calling a conspiracy theory? The implication seems to be that she's saying that DEI companies are not harming games in any way, that's just a conspiracy theory, in which it certainly isn't. That's...
By the way, the funny part here is the fact that she admits something is silently killing games, but it can't be the DEI, it can't be the woke stuff. It needs to be something that can't be proven for example, high interest rates and poor investment decisions. Also a recession. All of these things that are not even remotely closely attributed to games failing. Investment rates is not going to make your game sell bad, okay? Listen, I don't know how honest... Again, this is someone from marketing. This is someone from marketing who thinks that gamers are... before buying Spider-Man 2, gamers were looking at Sony and saying, well, I wonder if Sony actually took out a loan to make Spider-Man 2. Oh my god, they did. Now let's see the percent return on this loan that they are expected to pay. Oh my god, it's higher than I expected. I am not going to buy Spider-Man now. There was not a single person. Does she even know what high interest rates means? High interest rates is... How are interest rates responsible for making people not buy your game? Poor investment decisions. Well, I guess that's technically true because investing into a woke game is stupid. And a recession, yeah, tell that to all of the games like Baldur's Gate 3, Helldivers, and so many other games that actually were fun and absolutely destroyed.
We're also in a recession. So what exactly is she calling a conspiracy theory? The implication seems to be that she's saying that DEI companies are not harming games in any way, that's just a conspiracy theory, in which it certainly isn't. That said, sure, they're not like solely responsible for a lot of these games' failures, but they're definitely a factor. She also said that gaming companies are falling apart due to insanely high interest rates. And her evidence backing those claims up are an image of Wikipedia where they talk about gaming industry layoffs, and a second image that talks about tech company layoffs. So once again, she's essentially wrong on this because It's debatable whether high interest rates or low interest rates can be more negatively impactful to the gaming industry, but the argument for high interest rates...
No. When a game is made, high interest rates don't matter. Because when a game is made and it's being sold, gamers don't care about interest rates when they're buying a game. This is just gaslighting you into changing the goalpost from gamers don't buy Vogue games to, well, games are harder to produce because loans cost more.
Being an issue for the gaming industry is that investment firms may seek alternative investments that are less risky. And when it comes to layoffs, the evidence that she seems to be using, the argument is more so that low interest rates can actually cause more video game layoffs because they potentially lead to more mergers and acquisitions, which can then lead to more redundancy and then cause layoffs. So this woman's arguments are all over the place. She really does not seem to know what she's talking about here. Oh, and she did include a third image, which is this one. As you can see, this does nothing to help her at all. Now, to be fair, she also said poor investment decisions by the gaming companies, which is true. Yeah, they're definitely doing that. By the way, paying for DI consultation is a part of those poor investment decisions. Finally, yeah, things like recession and inflation are also going to be factors. Now, moving on, it looks like she's given up attempting to use evidence for her claims, which, while that wasn't going well for her, at least it was something. The rest of her thread just devolves into insults. So yeah, very angry person here. The good news is reading this is going to be...
She's a woke woman. It would not make sense that she's a woke woman if she wasn't perpetually angry and whatnot.
Really entertaining, at least in my opinion. So let's see what she's seething about next. 4. Nobody is coming to save you. No incels are going to band together.
There we go, the incels. You're an incel. You're an incel. I wear that with pride.
To create an immaculately gate-kept industry for you. The existential dread you grapple with has everything to do with the fact you weren't loved enough, and that most people find you insufferable.
Wow, that's a lot of projecting right there.
5. No matter how much muscle mass you grind out at the gym, people will still find you obnoxious and repulsive because you never learned how to listen to other folks' lived experiences.
Oh god, other folks like... Okay, listen, if anyone actually says, oh, but that's that person's lived experience, so it's valid. No, it's not. Okay? Someone having a great experience with being odd or, you know, abused as a child, that does not make those things okay? Their lived experience literally does not matter. Your lived experience matters nothing to the world, to any other person but yourself, and you need to accept that. The fact that you're stupid, that doesn't mean that everyone should accept you.
Dude, she's completely lost it, man. She's just so mad now. 6. The idea of freedom and independence has been sold to you so that you don't feel any internal responsibility to care for or feel interconnected to others within your community.
Now, this is the irony. What's it called? I don't remember, but this was a study conducted on liberals versus Republicans when it comes to who they actually care. Liberals very often said, unironically, that they care even about the microbes in outer space on other planets and that they deserve to live. Republicans said that they pretty much, yeah, I care about my family, my friends, my close friends, my community, and my country, and that was it. Nothing else. Pretty much nothing else on average. Okay? Now, the chances are that she and her people don't actually care about the community, but the people she's calling bad do care about the community.
Others within your community. 3. Amended.
Amended?
Stop giving yourself psychosis. We are in an incredibly fragile state. Because not all of us have mental health care. But stop frickin' lurking conspiracy theory board.
I don't have mental health care, but I don't have too many mental issues, at least that I am aware of. And I don't need to go detox or go to a psychiatrist after someone in the YouTube video calls me stupid. I just don't.
When you don't have support. Oh, and 7. Indies are gonna carry us for a while. Shout out to amazing powerhouse indie game devs who work to the dang bone. I love y'all. Okay, well, yeah, indie devs are awesome, but my gosh, dude, what is wrong with this person?
She probably means one of those woke indie devs where you get to play as a trans person. Oh, jeez.
I love how she also demonizes working out and simultaneously acts like she cares about mental health. There's been numerous studies that link the benefits of working out to not just physical health, but also mental health. There's also some irony with that
Obviously.
because a lot of people at the gym, not everyone, sure, but a lot of people there tend to be super nice. Way nicer than she's acting. Anyways, that about does it for this set.
Yeah, well, anyway, that was Hit Okay 10 out of 10 video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.